SAO is terrible. Sonic the Hedgehog is a lot better, and I'll talk about it in this video. Let's start with a quick recap of the movie.
Welcome to the recap of Sonic the Hedgehog. The movie begins with Sonic being chased back up and we're taken to the island where Sonic is from. Sonic is a blue hedgehog who was born with the power to run at supersonic speeds. He's being taken care of by his guardian, Longclaw Owl. A tribe of echidnas want Sonic's powers and they try to capture him. Longclaw Owl tells Sonic that the only way to stay safe is to stay hidden. She gives Sonic a bag of rings that can open portals to other places. Sonic is sent to Earth while Longclaw Owl stays behind to fend off the echidnas. There's a 10-year time skip and the setting is now Green Hills, Montana. Sonic is living by himself in a cave. His favorite person is the local sheriff, Tom Wachowski. Tom is married to a woman named Maddie, who's a veterinarian. Tom and Maddie are planning to move to San Francisco since Tom has been selected to join the San Francisco Police Department. One night, Sonic gets sad about being lonely and decides to play baseball by himself. He runs at supersonic speeds and accidentally causes an energy pulse that knocks out all the power in the Pacific Northwest. The United States Department of Defense tries to find the cause of the power outage and they hire Dr. Robotnik for the job. Using his drones, Dr. Robotnik is able to discover one of Sonic's footprints. Sonic knows he's been found and hides in the Wachowski's shed. He tries to use one of the rings to escape to a mushroom planet. However, Tom walks in and shoots Sonic in the leg with a tranquilizing dart. Sonic sees the San Francisco picture on Tom's shirt and the ring opens up a portal there. Sonic falls unconscious and drops the bag of rings into the portal by accident. Sonic wakes up and pleads for Tom's help, to which he reluctantly agrees. Dr. Robotnik arrives at the Wachowski's house and pretends that he's from the power company and came to investigate the blackout. Tom is able to tell that Dr. Robotnik is lying, but Dr. Robotnik sends his drones into the house. Sonic gets scared and makes a loud noise, and Dr. Robotnik forces his way into the house. Sonic is discovered, but Tom punches Dr. Robotnik in the face and knocks him out. The drones then attack Tom for being a threat. Sonic and Tom drive away in Tom's car. Sonic explains that he's in big trouble. He needs Tom to take him to San Francisco so he can retrieve his rings and use them to go to the mushroom planet. Tom acknowledges that it is indeed his fault that Sonic is in this situation, so he agrees to go on a road trip with Sonic to San Francisco. At a gas stop, Tom uses the payphone to call his friend Wade at the police station. Dr. Robotnik and some other guys from the government are listening to the call. Dr. Robotnik takes the phone and informs Tom that he's coming for him. Meanwhile, Sonic has gone off to a nearby bar, and Tom comes and tells Sonic about a bucket list, which is a list of things you want to do before you die. Sonic creates his own bucket list, but realizes there's so much stuff he hasn't done. Tom sympathizes with Sonic and helps him cross off some of the items on his bucket list. A fight breaks out at the bar, and Sonic uses his powers to defeat everyone. Tom and Sonic leave the bar, and they go and stay at a motel. Sonic falls asleep, and Tom sees that the last item that Sonic wants to cross off his bucket list is to make a real friend. The news is also on, and Tom is branded a domestic terrorist. The next morning, Dr. Robotnik goes to the bar and questions someone there. He finds out that Tom and Sonic are headed to San Francisco, and is able to calculate their location. Back in the car, Tom explains that he's leaving Green Hills for San Francisco, and Sonic disapproves. Dr. Robotnik attacks with several of his robots. They manage to destroy all the robots, except for a small drone. There's an explosion, and Sonic gets injured and falls unconscious. Tom and Sonic eventually arrive at Maddie's sister's house in San Francisco. Maddie wakes Sonic up with her smelling salts. Tom explains everything that happened to Maddie. Maddie's niece Jojo also gives Sonic a new pair of sneakers. Tom, Maddie, and Sonic head to the roof of the Transamerica Pyramid, which is where Sonic dropped his bag of rings. Sonic is able to get his rings, but the group is attacked by Dr. Robotnik. Sonic uses one of the rings to send Tom and Maddie to a farm in Green Hills. Dr. Robotnik chases Sonic and is able to keep up by using the power of Sonic's quill. Sonic uses his rings to travel to different locations around the world, and Dr. Robotnik follows. They ultimately end up back in Green Hills. Dr. Robotnik wants to take Sonic to his lab and perform tests on him, but Tom intervenes and punches Dr. Robotnik in the face again. Sonic eventually regains his strength and fights Dr. Robotnik. He wins by sending Dr. Robotnik to the mushroom planet with one of the rings. Afterwards, Tom and Maddie decide to stay in Green Hills. Sonic is now living with them, and they built a room for him in the attic. We find out that Dr. Robotnik is still alive on the mushroom planet. He has Sonic's quill and vows to return to Earth by Christmas. Additionally, another ring portal opens on Earth, and out steps Tails, who flies off in search for Sonic.
Additionally, here are some interesting details. Sonic the Hedgehog is a 2020 adventure comedy movie. It's based on the video game franchise of the same name published by Sega. There's a ton of Easter eggs and pop culture references in the movie, and I personally spotted over 30 of them, so I'll explain those in this video. Anyways, let's get started. Here are 30 plus Easter eggs in Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 1. Gold rings. This movie was made by Paramount Pictures, and instead of the typical Paramount stars at the opening logo, they're replaced with the gold rings. They even included the iconic sound effect. Number 2. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sonic mentions that Longclaw Owl is like his Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is a reference to the Star Wars movie series. In the original Star Wars trilogy, Obi-Wan Kenobi was Luke Skywalker's mentor. Number 3. Spider-Man. Sonic says with great power comes power-hungry bad guys. This is a reference to the "with great power comes great responsibility" quote that was popularized by the Spider-Man comic books written by Stan Lee. Number 4. Doctor Strange. The ring portals in the movie are very similar to the portals in the 2016 movie Doctor Strange. I don't know whether that's intentional or not, but regardless they do look the same. Number 5. Rihanna. Tom jokes that he's on a yacht in Barbados with Rihanna. Rihanna is a singer, songwriter, and businesswoman, and she's from Barbados. Number 6. The Flash. Sonic can be seen reading the Flash comics. This definitely makes sense because the Flash also has the power of super speed. Number 7. Duck Family. Tom calls a few ducks that are crossing the road Donald, Daisy, and Daphne. This is a reference to the Duck Family, which is a fictional family of cartoon ducks related to the Disney character Donald Duck. Number 8. Blue Devil. Crazy Carl refers to Sonic as the Blue Devil. This is a reference to a vehicle that appears in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. It's a racing car used by Metal Sonic during the second Chaos GP. Number 9. Speed. Tom, Maddie, and Sonic are watching the 1994 movie Speed, starring Keanu Reeves. The specific scene that's being shown is the pop quiz hotshot scene. Number 10. Steve Martin. Tom, Maddie, and Sonic are watching another movie starring actor Steve Martin. I'm not sure exactly which movie this was though, so if you do know that, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Number 11. Zillow. Maddie says that she's looking for apartments to rent on Zillow. Zillow is an American online real estate database company that was founded in 2006. Number 12. Sergeant Sprinkles. Tom calls one of his pink frosted sprinkle donuts Sergeant Sprinkles. This could be a reference to the My Little Pony fanfiction Cupcakes, which was written by someone known as Sergeant Sprinkles. This is most likely a coincidence, but just thought I mentioned it just in case. Number 13. Charlotte's Web. Dr. Robotnik mentions the children's novel Charlotte's Web when he's talking to Major Bennington. He even spoils the ending in which Charlotte dies. Number 14. Bigfoot. Dr. Robotnik refers to Sonic as Baby Bigfoot. In North American folklore, Bigfoot are said to be hairy, upright walking ape-like creatures that dwell in the wilderness and leave footprints. Number 15. One Small Step. Dr. Robotnik says, "One small step for man, one giant leap for me." This is a reference to American astronaut Neil Armstrong's quote, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Number 16. Olive Garden. Tom mentions Olive Garden, which is an American casual dining restaurant chain that specializes in Italian-American cuisine. He also says, "When you're here, you're family." This is a reference to the old advertisements that Olive Garden used to run. Also at the end of the movie, Commander Walters gives a $50 Olive Garden gift card to Tom and Maddie, and he talks about the endless pasta. Number 17. Costco. Dr. Robotnik says that Tom will be satisfied with a Costco card. Costco is an American multinational corporation, which operates a chain of membership-only warehouse clubs. Number 18. Amazon. Sonic sees Dr. Robotnik's drones, and says he can't believe Amazon delivers packages with these things. This is a joke about Amazon's delivery drones. Number 19. Mushroom Planet. Sonic's initial goal was to leave Earth and go to a mushroom planet. This is most likely a reference to Mushroom Hill Zone, the first zone of the 1994 game Sonic and Knuckles. Number 20. TARDIS. Tom is going to use a payphone, and Sonic wonders if it's a teleportation box. This is a reference to the TARDIS from the British science fiction TV series Doctor Who. The TARDIS is a time machine and spacecraft. Number 21. Men in Black. Tom's coworker Wade refers to Dr. Robotnik and the other people from the government as the Men in Black. He even says they're not as charming as Will Smith. Later, Wade questions whether the government guys are going to erase his memory. This is a reference to the Neuralizer from the Men in Black movies, which has the ability to wipe the mind of anybody who sees the Flash. Number 22. Quicksilver. During the bar fight scene, Sonic is able to metal around due to his insanely quick speed. This is similar to the Quicksilver scenes from the X-Men movies. Number 23. Floss Dance. After destroying one of Dr. Robotnik's vehicles, Sonic starts floss dancing. This is a dance move in which a person repeatedly swings their arms, with clenched fists, from the back of their body to the front, or each side. Number 24. Vin Diesel. When Sonic gets behind the wheel, he says he feels like Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is, of course, the lead actor in the Fast and Furious movies. Furthermore, Sonic also says that it's all about family, which is something Vin Diesel's character Dominic Toretto says a lot in the Fast and Furious movies. Moreover, Neil H. Mortis was one of the producers of this movie. He also produced all the other Fast and Furious movies. Number 25. Interesting. When Dr. Robotnik realizes how powerful Sonic's one quill is, he says "omoshiroi," which means interesting in Japanese. Why did he randomly say this word in Japanese? I don't really know. I guess it's to show that Dr. Robotnik knows how to speak Japanese. And Sonic is originally a Japanese video game series. Number 26. T-Rex. During one of Dr. Robotnik's simulations, he runs away from a T-Rex. This is most likely a reference to the Jurassic Park movies. Number 27. Gotta go fast. Sonic says the phrase "gotta go fast." This is a catchphrase that's commonly associated with a poorly drawn fan art illustration of Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 28. The Rock. After waking up, Sonic wonders if The Rock is president. This is a reference to actor and retired professional wrestler Dwayne Johnson, whose nickname is The Rock. On Twitter, Dwayne Johnson said that he's a huge fan of Sonic, and he used to love playing the games back in college. Number 29. Power Sneakers. Sonic is given his iconic iconic power sneakers from JoJo. According to Naoto Oshima, the guy who designed Sonic the Hedgehog, the original design of the power sneakers was inspired by the cover of Michael Jackson's hit album Bad. The contrast between the colors white and red made him think of Santa Claus. Number 30. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. As mentioned before, Maddie's niece is named JoJo. This could be a reference to the popular anime series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or it could just be another coincidence, but I won't miss the opportunity to make a JoJo reference. Number 31. Uber. Sonic sarcastically mentions that he should be given 5 stars after driving the car. This is a reference to the ride-hailing company Uber. You're able to rate drivers on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest score. Number 32. Comic-Con. Tom and Maddie make fun of Dr. Robotnik's outfit and ask if he's on his way to Comic-Con. Comic-Con is a multi-genre entertainment and comic book convention held annually in San Diego, California. Number 33. Tails. During the second mid-credits scene, we see Tails coming out of a ring portal. In the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Tails is Sonic's best friend, sidekick, and most recurring ally. He's a two-tailed fox. I'm pretty sure there's some more Easter eggs and references I wasn't able to spot. Did you notice any more Easter eggs and references that I didn't mention in this video? If so, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Also, what did you think of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Let me know your opinion. I personally thought it was pretty decent. The acting was solid, and Jim Carrey in particular was very entertaining. Furthermore, the CGI for Sonic was good, and I'm glad they made the improvements. Furthermore, here are some things that I'd like to see in the sequel. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie is a big success. It's actually the highest grossing video game movie of all time domestically, surpassing the previous record holder Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Furthermore, Sonic the Hedgehog is currently the second highest grossing movie of the year, and it also got pretty decent reviews from critics, and audiences seem to love it. Based on all these reasons, I think that a sequel is highly likely. Number 1. The Chaos Emeralds will appear. The Chaos Emeralds are a big part of the Sonic the Hedgehog series. There's 7 ancient emeralds and mystical relics that each possess a powerful ability, kind of like the Infinity Stones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. The Chaos Emeralds can be used for a lot of things. For example, warping time and space, super transformation, and even reviving the recently deceased. We didn't see the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic the Hedgehog, but I think there's a pretty good chance we'll see them in the sequel. First of all, the director of Sonic the Hedgehog, Jeff Fowler, has talked about why the Chaos Emeralds were not included in the movie. He said that the Chaos Emeralds are a huge part, and it was definitely something that they were kind of trying to see. However, ultimately they thought it wouldn't have made sense to include them, because the movie is meant to be a simple origin story. The Chaos Emeralds were part of the early drafts for Sonic the Hedgehog, but they were taken out so the movie could focus on the characters like Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. Nonetheless, Jeff Fowler did specifically say that they could potentially open it up to some of those elements from the games that fans know and love in a sequel. So based on this, I think that it's very likely we'll see the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 2. Transformers crossover. Does Dr. Robotnik's truck look familiar to you? Well, if you've seen the 2014 movie Transformers Age of Extinction, then it should. It's the same exact truck that was used for Galvatron in that movie. But what if this isn't just a coincidence? What if this was intentional? Maybe we'll see a crossover between Sonic the Hedgehog and the Transformers. Paramount Pictures owns the distribution rights for both Sonic the Hedgehog and the Transformers franchises, so it would be easy to do a crossover. This would explain where Galvatron went after Transformers Age of Extinction. If you've seen that movie, you'll know that he just disappears, and somehow reappears as a completely different looking Megatron in the next movie, Transformers The Last Night. Perhaps Galvatron is trying to blend in with society, or Dr. Robotnik already knows that his truck is a Transformer, and he was working with Galvatron. Anything is possible in a movie like this. Sonic the Hedgehog and Transformers have crossed over before in the past. They made Transformers toys that included a small replica of the Japanese Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge, so it's not like a Sonic and Transformers crossover has never been done before. If something like this can happen, then I believe that a movie crossover isn't too implausible either. But that's not all. Publishing company IDW Publishing owns the publishing rights to both the Sonic the Hedgehog series and the Transformers series, so it wouldn't be hard for them to do a crossover comic first. Then we could see a movie crossover afterwards. I don't believe we've gotten a Sonic and Transformers crossover comic yet, but the Transformers series has already done a bunch of crossovers with other franchises, including Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Doctor Who, Spider-Man, My Little Pony, Angry Birds, and Evangelion. Number 3. Knuckles will save Dr. Robotnik. At the end of the movie, we saw that Dr. Robotnik was stranded on the Mushroom Planet. However, he vows to return to Earth by Christmas time. How would this be possible? Well, one method is that Dr. Robotnik could be saved by someone else. Perhaps that someone is none other than Knuckles the Echidna. During the beginning of the movie, the creatures who wanted to take Sonic's powers were Echidnas, the same race of species as Knuckles. It's possible that one of them was Knuckles. Sonic was able to escape, but that doesn't mean the Echidnas stopped searching for him. I think it's highly likely we'll see Knuckles and the other Echidnas team up with Dr. Robotnik and rescue him because they all have a common enemy. You know the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Knuckles debuted in the 1994 game Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and he first appeared as the enemy of Sonic and Tails. It wasn't until the Sonic and Knuckles game that Knuckles finally teamed up with Sonic and Tails, so it would make sense to introduce Knuckles as an antagonist, because that's how the video games did it. They definitely need Dr. Robotnik to team up with someone else, because he wasn't able to defeat Sonic on his own. Knuckles would be a great choice. It could be that Knuckles will use the Chaos Emeralds in order to rescue Dr. Robotnik. In the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Knuckles' clan is responsible for guarding the Master Emerald, which controls the Chaos Emeralds. This might come into play in the next Sonic movie. So yeah, those are 3 more theories on what I think might happen in the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog. What do you think about any of these theories? Do you agree with what I said? Why or why not? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Also, do you have any theories of your own? If so, make sure to tell me. What did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog? I personally thought it was pretty decent. It's a lot of fun, and it's certainly much better than most of the video game movie adaptations out there. If you want another good movie to watch, check out Mortal Engines. Here's a review.
Hey fellow movie lovers, today we're going to talk about a movie that was so underrated it's like it's been banished to the dead zone of cinema. But trust me, this movie is a hidden gem that deserves your attention. Yes, I'm talking about Mortal Engines. Before you click away thinking this is another boring video essay, let me tell you that this movie has everything. Giant cities on wheels, airships, cyborgs, and did I mention giant cities on wheels? Despite its flaws, Mortal Engines is a movie that deserves more recognition for its world building, stunning visuals, and unique premise. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into why Mortal Engines is a must-see film. Firstly, Mortal Engines is a cinematic adaptation of Philip Reeve's book series of the same name, and one of the film's most striking features is its incredible world building. The attention to detail in creating this post-apocalyptic world is nothing short of exceptional. The production design, the visual effects, and the costumes all work together seamlessly to create a believable and visually stunning world. From the immense, intricately detailed moving cities to the designs of the smaller airships and vehicles, every element of the world building in Mortal Engines is a feast for the eyes. But the world building goes beyond just the visual aspect. The film's script also takes great care to develop the history and culture of this world, providing the audience with a sense of the societal structure and values that exist in this futuristic landscape. We learn about the complicated relationships between the various mobile cities, the way they function, and the challenges they face. The attention to detail in the design of the cities is remarkable, and each one has its own personality and history. It's a world that begs to be explored and leaves the audience wanting to know more about it. All of this world building comes together to create an immersive experience that transports the viewer to a completely different reality. The social dynamics and high-stakes conflicts all work together to make the world of Mortal Engines feel both fantastical and grounded in reality. Mortal Engines is a masterclass in world building, creating a fascinating post-apocalyptic world that draws the viewer in and never lets go. Whether you're a fan of the book series or a newcomer to this richly imagined universe, the film is sure to impress with its visual and narrative storytelling. The visuals in Mortal Engines are breathtaking. From the enormous mobile cities to the action-packed chase scenes, every frame is filled with beautiful imagery. The film's visual effects are seamless, and the cinematography is superb. Even if the story doesn't capture your attention, the visuals alone make this movie worth watching. Mortal Engines is a visual spectacle that takes viewers on a breathtaking journey through a post-apocalyptic world. The film's stunning visuals are a testament to the creativity and technical skill of the filmmakers, who have brought Philip Reeve's beloved book series to life with remarkable precision and detail. The most striking aspect of the visual effects for Mortal Engines is the film's dystopian world. From the colossal mobile cities to the smaller airships and vehicles, every element of the world building is a marvel to behold. The production design and visual effects work together seamlessly to create a believable world that draws the viewer in and never lets go. But the film's visuals go beyond just the design of the world. The cinematography, lighting, and color grading are all carefully crafted to create a mood that is both epic and intimate. Whether it's the sweeping shots of the vast mobile cities traversing the barren wastelands, or the close-up shots of the characters' faces as they navigate the dangers of this world, every frame of Mortal Engines is a work of art. The action sequences in the film are also a visual feast. From the high-speed chases to the explosive battles between the mobile cities, every moment is expertly choreographed and filmed with a keen eye for detail. The use of practical effects and practical stunts further adds to the realism of the action, making it all the more thrilling to watch. The creative vision of the filmmakers is evident in every frame, making it a film that is sure to delight and all audiences of all ages. The premise of Mortal Engines is truly unique. It's not often that we see a post-apocalyptic movie that takes place in a world where cities are mobile. The concept is fresh and exciting, and it's a shame that the film didn't receive more attention upon its release. It's a movie that offers something new to the genre, and it's worth watching for that reason alone. This concept of municipal Darwinism is the driving force behind the film's plot and sets the stage for an epic adventure that is both thrilling and thought-provoking. What makes the premise of Mortal Engines so distinctive is the way it combines elements of science fiction, fantasy, and action into a cohesive and believable world. The idea that cities could become mobile and consume each other for resources is both terrifying and fascinating, and the filmmakers have brought this world to life with remarkable attention to detail. The characters and story are also refreshingly original, with complex and flawed protagonists who must navigate navigate the dangerous world they find themselves in. The film's themes of power, greed, and survival are explored in a way that feels fresh and relevant, while the action-packed plot keeps viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. Mortal Engines is also eccentric in the way it appeals to a wide range of audiences. Fans of science fiction and fantasy will be drawn in by the film's imaginative concepts, while action fans will appreciate the film's thrilling set pieces and high-stakes conflicts. And for those who enjoy character-driven stories with deeper themes, Mortal Engines has plenty to offer in terms of complex relationships, personal growth, and moral dilemmas. The unique premise of Mortal Engines sets it apart from other post-apocalyptic films, creating a world that is both terrifying and captivating. With its imaginative concepts, complex characters, and thrilling action, it's a film that is sure to leave a lasting impression on audiences. Additionally, Mortal Engines is a film with a rich cast of characters who drive the film's story forward with their quirky personalities, motivations, and relationships. What makes the characters in Mortal Engines so great is their depth and complexity. Each character has a distinct backstory that informs their actions throughout the film, making them feel like real people with real struggles and desires. The relationships between the characters are also nuanced and believable, with each character playing off the others in a way that feels organic and true to life. Another strength of the film's characters is their ability to evolve and grow over the course of the story. Each character faces personal challenges and moral dilemmas that force them to confront their own beliefs and values, leading to profound changes in their personalities and outlooks. This growth is not always easy or straightforward, but it is always believable and rewarding to watch. Despite the film's many action sequences and thrilling set pieces, the characters remain the heart and soul of Mortal Engines. Their struggles and triumphs are what make the film so emotionally resonant, and their journeys are what keep audiences invested in the story. The great characters in Mortal Engines are a testament to the filmmaker's ability to create nuanced characters who feel like real people. Their evolution throughout the story make them both relatable and fascinating to watch, elevating the film from a simple action adventure to a powerful and emotionally resonant tale of survival, growth, and redemption. Mortal Engines is also a film that features an amazing musical score that perfectly captures the film's epic and fantastical world. The music is a key element in creating a sense of tension, excitement, and wonder that draws viewers into the story and enhances the film's emotional impact. What makes the music in Mortal Engines so fantastic is its ability to convey a wide range of emotions. From the soaring orchestral pieces that accompany the film's action sequences to the hauntingly beautiful melodies that underscore the quieter moments of introspection, the music is always perfectly matched to the tone and mood of the scene. The film's score is also notable for its use of leitmotifs, or recurring musical themes that are associated with specific characters or concepts. This technique helps to create a sense of continuity throughout the film and reinforces the importance of certain characters or ideas in the story. The film's composer, Junkie XL, has crafted a musical landscape that is both familiar and unexpected, blending classical orchestration with electronic beats and synthesizers to create a sound that is truly innovative. The music of Mortal Engines is not just a background element, it is an integral part of the film's storytelling and emotional impact. Whether accompanying a thrilling chase scene or a quiet moment of reflection, the music always adds dimension to the story, making it a standout feature of the film. The music in Mortal Engines is a triumph of creativity and craftsmanship, perfectly matched to the film's epic and fantastical world. It is a testament to the power of music to enhance the emotional impact of a story and create an immersive cinematic experience. In conclusion, Mortal Engines is a film that, despite its flaws, is well worth checking out. It's a highly underrated movie that deserves more recognition. Mortal Engines has a captivating world, an engaging and multifaceted cast of characters, staggering visual effects, excellent music, and a thrilling and emotionally resonant story. While it may not be a perfect film, its flaws are far outweighed by its many strengths. The film takes risks and explores new territory, which is always admirable in a genre that can often feel formulaic and predictable. It's a movie that offers something fresh and exciting to the post-apocalyptic genre, and it's worth a watch for anyone looking for something a little different. Ultimately, Mortal Engines may not have been a box office success upon its release, but it is a film that has the potential to become a cult classic.
What did you think about Sonic the Hedgehog? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a future upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.